Hello, dear learners. Today we are going to begin lesson number 4 of literature, My Experiments with Truth by M.K. Gandhi. Here, M.K. Gandhi referred to Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. As we all know about Mahatma Gandhi, we all are familiar that Gandhiji, also known as Father of Nation and Bapu. He was born on October 2nd, 1869 at Porbandar in Gujarat. He was famous for his non-violence and honesty. The Essential Gandhi, All Men Are Brothers, and Freedom's Better are some of his popular books. If I talk about this book, My Experiment with Truth, it covered his early life from early childhood through to 1921. It's an autobiography, means this is a collection of Gandhiji's real life incidents and experiences written by himself. It was written in weekly installments and published in his journal Navjivan from 1925 to 1929. That's all about the author. Now let's know more about him through the content of the lesson. But before that, we will do pre-reading task here. So here we have, to err is human. All human beings make mistakes, but the best of the lot learn from their mistakes and improve. Based on this, we have been asked some of the questions here. Let's do those one. First, we have given, have you ever made any mistake? Of course, I have made mistakes many times. Second, we have, what did you learn from it? I learned it not to commit such mistake again in life. Lastly, we have given, what do you do when you find a drawback or weakness? So here we have given options. So first is your try to improve yourself, try to forget it and don't care at all, try to hide it from others, try to lay the blame on others. So if I talk about myself, I will choose the first one, try to improve yourself. So these are the answers for your pre-reading task. Now let's do the story of the lesson, that is the extract from Gandhiji's autobiography, My Experiments with Truth. He must have been about 7 years old when he was put into a primary school, and he can well recollect those days, including the names and other particulars of the teachers who taught him. He do not remember having ever told a lie, either to his teachers or to his schoolmates. He used to be very shy and avoided all companies. His books and his lessons were his sole companion. To be at school at the stroke of the hour and to run back at home as soon as the school closed, that was his daily habit. It means he never wander here and there and also have only the friends that are his books and his lessons. Two incidents belonging to this period have always clung to his memory. As a rule, he had a distaste for any reading beyond his school books, but somehow his eyes fell on a book purchased by his father. It was Shravana Pitri Bhakti Natka, a play about Shravana's devotion to his parents. He read it with intense interest. One picture in the book showed Shravana carrying his parents on pilgrimage. The book and the picture left an undying impression on his mind. Here is an example for you to copy, he said to himself. Another similar play, Harishchandra, captured his heart. Why should not all be truthful like Harishchandra was the question he asked himself day and night. To follow truth and to go through all ordeals Harishchandra went through was the one ideal it inspired in him. There was another such incident during the time when he was in the 7th standard. The Rabji Jimmy, the headmaster, was very popular among the boys as he was a disciplinarian, a man of method, and a good teacher. He had made gymnastics and cricket compulsory, and he disliked both. Miss Gandhiji disliked these physical activities. He never took part in any exercise before they were made compulsory. He then had the false notion that gymnastics had nothing to do with education. Today he knows that physical training is as important as mental training. The reason for his dislike for gymnastics was his keen desire to serve as nurse to his father. As soon as the school closed, he would hurry home and begin serving him. He now it happened that one Saturday he had to go from home to the school for gymnastics at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He had no watch, and the clouds deceived him. When he reached the school, all the boys had already left. The next day, on being asked the reason for his absence, he told Mr. Jimmy what had happened. He refused to believe him. He was convicted of lying. That deeply pained him. Means his teacher didn't believe Gandhiji for whatever the reason he told. Okay, so he was so pained that how can he prove his innocence? So there was no way for him. He learned that a man of truth must also be a man of care. This was the first and last instance of his carelessness in school. But there is another neglect for which he was still paying the penalty. He did not know when he got the notion that good handwriting was not a necessary part of education, but he retained it until he went to England. When later, especially in South Africa, he saw the beautiful handwriting of lawyers and young men there. He was ashamed of himself and repented of his neglect, that he did not paid attention to his handwriting. He saw that bad handwriting was regarded as a sign of imperfect education. He tried later to improve that one, but it was too late. He could never repair the neglect of his youth. There is another incident which he shared with us in this chapter. He committed a theft when he was 15. He had run into a debt of about 25 rupees. His brother had on his arm an armlet of solid gold. He stole a bit of gold out of it and the debt was cleared. But this became more than he could bear. He resolved never to steal again. He also made up his mind to confess it to his father, but he did not dare to speak. Not that he was afraid of his father beating him, he was afraid of the pain that he should cause him. He decided to write out the confession, and this note not only did he confess his guilt, but he also asked adequate punishment for it. He also promised never to steal in future. With trembling hands, he handed the confession to his father. He read it, and pearl drops trickled down the cheeks of his father, wetting the paper. Those pearl drops of love cleansed his heart and washed his sin away. He realized a clean confession combined with a promise never to commit the sin again is the purest type of repentance. This incident for him was an object lesson in ahimsa. These are the incidents that was shared here in the lesson. I hope everyone have listened and understood it carefully. That's all for today. Thank you.